What is up, man? I'm back with another video showing you guys how I edit a bike life photo. Um, this is gonna be one that's recently taken, so I'm giving you guys like the update of how I start to edit my photos, and maybe you guys can take something from it, learn something from it, put up your own sauce, however you want to do. Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna start off with this picture right here. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset all of this stuff. I'm gonna come right here to my optics. What I usually do is remove chromatic aberration even if I don't see it. Um, Sometimes enable lens correction. If you see how it looks, see how it changes. You see, look at the ground, it changes that a little bit. So, and the sky may be a little blue, but it don't really matter. So I ain't even gonna do that. So first, I'm gonna start with the light. What I'm gonna do is take my exposure up a little bit, probably to about 10, 11 right there. And then next I'm gonna come to my contrast. Probably gonna bring it up to about 25 because I want to make those. I want to make it have a, well, you see, a little difference in it. Make the colors kind of a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more dark, a little more moody. As far as the highlights, what I'm gonna do is see how it looks. You see like the mountains and stuff coming down in the back, so, and the sky's coming out. So what I'm gonna do is take them all the way down, and you see how it looks. So this is how we started, and this is how it's already going. So look pretty good to me. As far as the shadows, I kind of want to bring them up just a little bit, man. Probably like 23, something right there. In the whites, like the whites here in the background. So what I might do is take it down a little more. Right there is fine. 25 is cool for me. On the blacks, I kind of want this shirt a little bit back dark since we brought it up with the highlights. What we're gonna do is take it down about 5. So now the black's black, as you can see. We'll let it load up and see. As you can see, it's a clean photo. And yeah, that's how we getting it, baby. So with that being said, now I'll move on to what I'm gonna come over here to the brush. This is what I usually go to next. I'll start with the brush here on the ground, reset, dehaze it, clarity just a little bit, about 5, a little bit of texture around 5, 6. And let's see how it's looking. And you see the ground is starting to get dark a little bit, and that's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it too dark. You can make it lighter if you want to. Let me see here. Make sure I get a good area. Make sure I don't miss like no big spots. And for me, it doesn't have to be perfect right now. I'm just showing you guys how I do it. So with that, I'm just gonna show you guys how much I covered. And I covered that right there. Like, I'm not too stressed about getting this areas up here. Like, I'm not too worried about it. I think I get a little bit closer, and that's all I really need to do. Okay, and I'll come over here, get a new brush right here, put it on the bike, reset. Texture, I'm gonna bring it up to like maybe about 20, maybe. Clarity, same thing. Not too much, not too much is gonna do a lot. The sharpness, I'll bring it up to like 30. That'll be cool with me, cause I want them to stand out, but I don't want them to be, stood out all crazy. So what I come here to do is go over him. Make sure you get the outline because that kind of stands out. Come down here to his arm. Come on the bike, go around, and just, really get the rider. cover on the bike. Try to get everything on the bike. Come here, the front tire, rims, wheel. Okay. So now I'm going to see how much I covered. That looks cool to me. Probably get a little bit of spots right here, man. And up here, I ain't too worried about it, you know. This is just gonna be quick. Come up here on this bag. And yeah, as you can see, he's standing out way more than he did the first time. And what I'm doing is grab another brush, come right here to the background, and I'm going to show you guys a trick that I do. If you watch the last one, then you know what's about to come. What I'm going to do is take the sharpness down to about 70. I'm gonna fix it once I get to see how it's going. So what I'm going to do is color in the background. What it's going to do is take it from being as clear as it is to blurry. It's giving it some nice bokeh. As you can see here on the rail, you see how the rail is getting blurry. You see how everything in the background is getting blurry now, right? That's because you took the sharpness all the way out of it. And I'm only going to come from here. I'm gonna do that. I'm trying to do this as quick as possible. Background. And when it gets a little closer to him, I'm kind of just gonna make it smaller. And here, get the water. And that's it. As you can see, now the background is blurry. And yep, make it smaller. Come over here in the middle between him and the bike. Yes, sir. I'm not trying to be perfect doing this. I'm just trying to give you just a little accurate a little bit. Can't find a word I'm looking for, but just give you this right here, you know. Not nothing perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna come over here for the front under the bike. You want to make sure you get, you know, what makes sense. If you get the outsides of it, you kind of want to get over here too. And as you can see, get that right there. Like we got that. And now under his legs here. And here we go. And it's pretty okay for me as far as like showing you guys. I mean, you know, once you do this on your own, you know, you can, you know, do it better. You can make it more accurate than I'm just doing this, guys, to show you. If you want to check this picture out, how I did it, I mean, basically how I'm showing you guys, but the way I got it, check out my Instagram. Link will be in the description. Okay, so you see how it is now, right? So now it's blurry. What I'm going to do is bring the clarity up, probably like midway. What it's going to do is now show, it's going to add some, it's going to take away some of the blurriness, but it's going to add like some clarity to it. I'm going to show you here. See, like 40, watch the background. See, now it gives it like a sense of something. You can also see it in the back, but it's kind of blurry, so you know that works out. You can adjust these too however you want to. That's just what I'm doing, showing you guys right now. And I'm going to get one more brush, and I'm going to show you guys this here. the mountains in the background. As you can see, come back here. What I'm going to do is reset this, and what I'm going to do is turn down the exposure. So I'm going to try maybe 40. Make it a little bigger, and now watch the mountains starting to show. See it coming out. So now I know I got to go down a little bit more. I'm going to go down to 80. And see, now you see it's showing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go and do the rest. Don't worry about that. That's on a lake. Now you can come back and delete that. Or erase, however you want to put it. As you can see, come over here, do this mountains right here in between him and the bike. Like I said, I've done this picture already. Go over to my Instagram and check it out. Okay, I'm gonna come up here about a bike. Now you can see it, you know. You see how it's coming out. It's starting to look better. You can always adjust it. You want to make it a little bit lighter, you can. But you see how it looks better, right? And there, I'm going to come back here, do this a little better, come back over here one more time, and there. What you can do is come up here, erase this parts off the water. You can come over here, erase this. I'm gonna make it look better. As you can see, erasing it off the water. It's good. That fog is in the background of that, so you ain't got to worry about erasing nothing else. You can see it up here at the top of this mountain, like the little foggy look. And there, you know, see? And this is where we started. And this is how we're going. Like I said, you know, it's a lot of little things you could do to make it different. One more thing I'm going to come and do is the linear gradient. Reset, and I'm going to bring the shadows all the way down. And what that's going to do is bring it here from the top, break it down. It's going to show you that sky. Usually this brings out clouds and stuff, and I'm going to show you how it brings down. And then you can make the blue bluer, add about 10 to it, and watch how the sky. You can make it a little more blue. You can bring the exposure down a little bit, bring that sky out a little more. Like you see, it brought the sky out. You only did a little bit, but tremendous difference. Tremendous difference. What you can do is also, if you need to erase a little bit, like if you say if I want to, his head looks a little blue, I can come up here, erase a little bit. Want to erase a little bit off the skin. You know, you can come up here and do that. Boom. Easy. Really one of the most important parts about this is I'm going to add a little bit color, just a little bit. Take it up to 10. Like you see now, the red's popping good. Saturation come up to about 5. Like you see now, this is vivid. Looks good. All the colors look good. Another thing I could do is come here, like this back. I could bring the shadows down. You can make the background darker, or you can bring the shadows up and make it lighter. Most likely I'll leave them up light, like that, because now it fits the background. It fits the whole everything. Light here. This point curve is very it can make a difference in your photos. And then come here and make a point here, and a point here. And this is exposure, your shadows, your contrast, and blacks, whites. There are these, but here it's like a little bit more controller. I forgot like which one is which, but I know this is exposure. This will be your blacks. This here I use as fade. Oh, my bad. For fading, contrast, light. So what I can do is, and as I'm doing this, you can look at the picture and see the difference. Like I'm gonna move the first one at the top, and this is gonna control the light. As you can see, you see the background lit up. You can move it back. You could just do it, and I'm just gonna do it a little bit like that. That's it. And now you can see the big difference it made in the background. And here, I'm gonna come over and move it over to the left. Like you see, it made it a little bit more lighter. It gave it more like a dramatic look, but I kinda don't want it. I kinda want to keep the sky more blue, so I'm just gonna come, leave it about right there. Here, same thing, move it to the left. See, it made the ground lighter. I mean, it's up to you. You know, you can do it. Kind of want to leave it a little dark like that. You know, like I said, a little more dramatic. Gives you a little more feel to the photo. This here I use is fading. Like I can move it over, and you see how it'll fade the photo. It'll take away all the contrast. So I'll put that back, and this does that too. If you move this up, it'll fade like the bottom half of the photo. This will fade like the entire thing. And I'll just move it just a tad bit just to fade it, to make it look more like a picture, and not it kind of looks more like a picture you would hang up now, instead of like a internet picture. So what I'm gonna come over here and do is whoop, nope, my bad, wrong photo. I mean, went back on it. Let's get back to it. Okay, now back to it. And yeah, that will pretty much be everything that I would do to that photo. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to over edit it, make it look all crazy. And yeah, that's how I would do it. So we're gonna see the beginning. This is how it started. This is how it is. And one thing I would do is, because say if all of my riders are to my right and they're all doing it, I would come over here and I would flip the photo. You see, like that, and it still looks great. Sometimes, you know, people, why is something backwards? You know, it's what you want to do. But like I said, you know, you can either way it can go. Either way, you know, I can leave it like that. I'm cool with it like that. Level it straight. I can level it up with the mountains. Oh, go on back. I can level it up with the mountains even. And now it's perfectly aligned. And I would leave it just like that. So yeah, man, that'll be all as far as editing the photo. If you got any questions, you know, just drop them down below. Anything like that, let me know. Appreciate you guys for watching.